All right. Hey, Terry, what's going on?
Okay, good.
All right. So, yeah, what I wanted to talk about really just, how the radio shows impact in
Mm-hmm.
terms of the hair project and the hair business. Um, like I told you yesterday on the phone, is doing incredibly well. So here's what's going on. So we have people coming every day and they are signing up to be distributors. We have more
Okay.
and more and more people coming every day because
Uh,
they want to sign up to be distributors
yes.
because they get it. Right now, there is a need in the communities, in the Black community, to own businesses. They need to own businesses because they've been put out of their
Okay.
jobs. The work, is not like it used
Mm,
to be. So wherever they can make money, they want to make money. So what we're doing,
mm,
because we have access to the hair, what we're
uh,
doing is we're setting them up so that they can have their own hair business. So if they
okay.
make, $3,000 a month or 2,000 or 1,000 or 5,000 or 10,000, whatever they want to make, they can make. And I think this is a great opportunity to expand in terms of how the
Mm,
Black community, who is major purchasers of hair extensions anyway, is a
yes.
great
Mm-hmm.
way to get them into the entrepreneurial space through purchasing of hair. Now, there is another opportunity here too.
Mm,
Because of what we know is going on in the country with regards to Asian Americans and Asian American businesses and everything that has happened since George Floyd, even with regards to what is going on with the conversation around the virus and all that.
yeah.
So we understand the topsy-turvy
Mm,
kind of feelings that may be out there.
yeah.
We also understand that historically,
Mm,
the Asian American business, whether they be nail salons, whether they be beauty shops, have not always been seen in the best light amongst African Americans. African Americans
true.
support them,
Mm,
but African Americans have also been hurt by them. They have suffered
exactly. Yeah.
abuse. They have
Mm-hmm.
suffered discrimination. They have suffered through just mistreatment because
Yes,
the
I
Asian
agree.
store owner, they knew all the time. They had Black consumers, hook, line, and sinker. So
50, 60 years. Yeah,
for
that's
60
what's
years.
going
So
on.
so
Yeah.
what I think is a great thing is
Mm,
if while we're building Black businesses with the hair extensions, we can also mend some fences between the Asian American community and the Black community so
mm,
that we can let the Black community see the Asian American businesses be open to letting them participate in making the profits and
yes.
the incomes through
Yeah.
the hair business.
Yes. I agree. That's the way. That's
Yeah.
what we are, trying to do work with you and between the, me and you and James, very simple way. There's a market, but 95% are African Americans. They're the majority consumers, but they never had an opportunity without being, store owners because everything is a monopoly from a Korean giant major hair company and include the beauty product wholesale as well. So now we've been working, well, how many years? It's now almost 3.5 years,
That's
right?
right.
And then you see what's your community people want it. And then more like your software, we are hardware. We just want to bring the hair and we're going to be shadow or you're at the front. But we need a good match combinations. So that's why, we are preparing for the hair. Without inventory, we can do anything. We have a concept and then a project plan build up with 3 years. So this is the time after the COVID-19, everybody wants it. Also, Joe Biden, he released $1.9 trillion. Money is kind of floating all over at this stage. At the same time, other side of the factory, manufacturers kind of, production line was kind of shut down. And it will start from about 6 months, 8 months ago, and I still continue because North Korea is not open yet. As I sent the information yesterday, even the New York Times, they're concerned about their, Black consumer don't have weeks because North Korea was a shutdown, and this is the way. But we have solutions because we have a project, nothing but working with the African American community. But we are more like, keep telling you, hardware. We can bring the product quality, affordable prices for everybody, especially you've been working with training them couple thousand of their buyers. They are all wholesale, just like armies. You are commander. Once we working together, just like we used to work for the 3 years together, and then we can expand this business all over the USA, right? We respect what you're doing, especially it is black dollar matters. We just don't want to take away. You kind of you need to always give and takes, So this is the time we need to have a revolution with you. We are preparing. Okay, we work.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So here's the thing.
Yeah.
I know you're going to
Mm.
let James see this
Yes.
conversation.
Yes.
Just this with our hair distributors. Is it all right if I let the hair distributors see this conversation you and I having right here?
All right.
Is that all right?
Oh yeah, why not? Yeah,
Yeah.
why not? Because that's what we're gonna do. You and me, or we are partners. Because like you said, we are not an enemy. African Americans or Koreans, it's not an enemy each other, but it happened. You always telling me there's nothing wrong with it. Koreans, have an opportunity, doing a workshop and a beauty supply, being owners. But the problem is monopoly, syndicate, hair importers, beauty wholesale importers. They should have an equal opportunity to everybody, not only Korean to Koreans. I'm a Korean American, but I've been doing this 30 years, but I'm very against doing it. But that's why I bring Far Hair, as you know, JLX, and the biggest hair factory in the world, the Rebecca. But things not happen. So now me and James and other Korean, the investors, we are putting it together because they like my concept. And then James went to your radio station, have a meeting, and you speak out what's going on, So that's what it is. We are working on it. Yes.
And I did want the African American community. Is no way that we can know that kind of money just in Chicago alone. You have hundreds of millions of dollars being made in and around Illinois, and that money is being spent in great number by African American women. So African American women and African Americans should benefit. They should be profiting from this huge industry. And
Yes.
I am glad, though, Terry, that you have been willing to, even going against some that would not agree with you doing it. You have been willing to go against your own interests in some ways, to really see that what we had with regards to the radio show, the AC Green show, and the Black community in Chicago, to really do really great things. If Black people don't make money from hair extensions, none of this conversation matters to me.
It's
I want to
nonsense.
make sure that our people make money from the hair business. So, but I do appreciate you being able to stick your neck out to make sure that it can happen. Because if we don't get the product, then of course there's nothing to talk about. But because the AC Green Show has the product, getting ready to get more product because of you and what you're doing, then now we can do even greater things. And I appreciate that.
It's been about more than 3 years. Even you and me, we went to the China, visit to the factory as well. And especially, I'm the one like after you, so succession. You never knew about the hair, but now we're talking hairs. It's a 50 million African Americans. They are the majority consumers, and a $1.5 trillion of spending power for every year. But think what? There's a 7,000 Korean beauty supply plus the other non-Koreans, about a few thousand. So let's say consider as 10,000. But there's no single African American owned wholesaler importer of the hair and a beauty product. So if we don't do anything, working with the African American community that wish to open the stores, and then they already have a money and then a skill, everything is ready to go, but they don't have any opportunity. So we are built up with a strong hair importers and a beauty product as well. We are not limited only for hair. And then they want to open the beauty supply as well. As you know, my partner Marty, and you've been here before, so we are ready. Hair plus beauty product and all other general merchandise. So James and us, our main target, like we told you about, there's a station. We're gonna open stores with you. That's why we set up the Hair Shipment Institute as well. It's not just offer wholesale and then private label, drop shipping, but we offer to your community who is ready, not only limited to women, men and women who want to become next to the Madam CJ worker. We're going to open door for that.
He said,
That's what it
Madam
is.
CJ Walker, you are.
Yeah, why not? Yeah. So,
He knows the history of it.
yeah, it is an honor because of working with you. We have a right partner with you. We're not just talking about the, you have a radio station, you have more than like what? Midwest, there's probably 1 million people are listening. The thing is, you love this business. You knew hair now. You know what I'm talking about, right? This is the one when we're talking about this. I set up 7 years ago, Maven, owned by African Americans. He's an online gigs and Maven, everybody knows. And 2 years later, he have investment money from the Serena Williams, tennis player. She put there $12 million. Later on, 2 years ago, he have a $23 million investment from Sheer Moisture CEO, Dennis. And then one online hair company owned by African Americans, 7 years. Now he have at least about 35 or $40 million investment. He's not a wholesale, he's a online business. So you're talking, you have a testing 3 years and people asking you, we need more hair. We like to open stores. We like to competing with the other, the Koreans or any other people. They just wanna, they needed something. Then
Yeah,
we are the one that build up the systems as well. Okay, we are ready.
Yeah. And whether they're getting the Black distributors want to have their own store, whether they just want to sell it online, whether they want to make $1,000 a month, $3,000 a month, $10,000 a month, $30,000 a month, $100,000 a month, or more, we can cover them in every aspect of it. And I want to make sure that we do just that. All right, Terry, look.
All right.
I appreciate you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I know you're going to send this to James, and I'm going to let those who are in the hair project be privy to this concept. So anyway, you all look out for big things from AC Green Show with the hair project. The whole goal is to put you in that business because as you heard Terry say, there's a ton of money being made, but Black folks are not making the money. That's why we started the hair project. And I'm glad to have Terry to be able to work through. He's putting a lot on the line to make this happen because, many in his own group, in his own space, his own culture, may not agree with what he's doing, but he's willing to do it. He's been working with everybody from Beverly Johnson, the actress, back in the day, to others, and in California. So he connected with me. He didn't go back to California. He was going to go back, but he didn't go back to California because he saw promise in what we were doing with our success sessions and helping our people do so great things. And he saw over the years how the Black community had not been really treated fairly when it came to the profit side of this business. And he was willing to speak to it. So I applaud Terry for that. All right, Terry, thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right, everybody.
Okay. All right.